All right. Look, just to start, like this, I asked for this game. Like this was a big deal to get Notre Dame to come to play us. And when we were working with the return date, it was a lot of work. And this was the only date that we could really settle on. And so we had to ask JMU, okay, because graduation was yesterday in this building, okay? And I just wanted to send my thank you or appreciation to the crew that turned this building over, right? If you come in here yesterday for graduation and basically 24 hours later, less than 24 hours later, this thing is turned over to a full game day atmosphere, that's a lot of work. And I'm gonna shout out their names. I wrote them down just in case I knew I was gonna forget some. But I've known Ty Phillips for years, okay, and Ty Phillips oversees everything here. Curtis Stoneberger, he's the director of the AUBC here. Brad Monahan, okay, Chad Terry, and Michelle Hammond, who's the manages the facility here. But and a team, I don't know all their names, but it was 20 students that helped. And so like being in a place where you're a women's basketball team that's relevant and people care, your administration cares, that they can, I don't know what they had to pay overtime or whatever to get these people this to put in their effort. I don't know, it's probably into the morning. I really appreciate that. And I take a lot of pride in trying to put a product together out there that makes those people proud as well. But that meant a lot to me for them to be able, for Matt, Roan, and Jen Phillips to be able to say yes to this request instead of, we can't make it work and now we don't get to play Notre Dame at home because there's no other date to play. So I just wanted to start with that, and we can talk about the game now. It's fine. But it's important to me. So yeah, I don't know. I'm like, people are sitting here patting me on the back like I should not be disappointed in that. Like, I want to win the game. I think we should have won the game. I don't think we played well enough, right? We needed – I didn't want extraordinary things from our group. I just wanted a really good version of you, right? And so we didn't get just a whole really good version of our group today, and it's okay. And even me. I mean, the zone was more. I needed to work it through a little bit more than what I did, and ended up hurting us a little bit early, right? And that obviously that margin hung around for a good 35 minutes. So just a tough one because I feel like it's an opportunity that we. Not wasted. Just we let it get away.
Yeah, along those lines, when you look at it, outside of the first quarter, this is a fairly even game. You look at the score by quarters and everything. How close are you to putting together a full 40 minutes as a team where you have had even some games you won, like even when you get behind early or have kind of turned it on in the second half? How close are you to really putting together a full 40 minutes as you get?
Well, it's funny. It's like you're in the locker room with us. I don't know if the girls mentioned it, but that's what we talked about. It's like it can't be ever an uneven approach to what we're trying to do, right? We're going to play this team, and we're going to be pumped for this team, but we're not going to be pumped for this team. Like, no, we're not doing that, right? And I think that's all related to being consistent, having a consistent approach, right? And look, there's a part of me that can sit up here and go out of the other side of my mouth like, hey, we find ways to win, whether we're down or up, like. But no, man, there's a level of consistency that almost a business approach and use a Bill Belichick, who's obviously a great coach, and Nick Saban, who's a great coach. There's a business approach to that. It's just execution, right? And it's hard, man. I think it's really hard when you're 19 years old and you got – what we get here, 4,200 people here, and you can feel it, right? And it's fun. This is awesome. There's gonna be a little part of your focus that's affected, right? Just naturally. Maybe me too, right? That's a human nature thing. So that's what we're working towards, and it's okay. We're not never gonna lose a game ever, right? And it's the only time a loss is ever wasted is if you don't learn from it. And we'll learn from this, and our approach has to be, we have to build a very, very disciplined, focused approach as we move forward. But the best part about it is I've got 24 willing eyeballs in that locker room, right? That are bought into this and being special. I just told Corey, I think this team can be special. That's maybe why I'm so disappointed with this. Is like I saw this opportunity and we can do it. And you can see it when you're watching the game. You just didn't put a full 40 together.
And I know you typically will give Ashanti and Peyton like that last minute and a half of the first quarter, like to get a little extra rest with the break and everything. Did you consider not doing that in this one, just given that like there was a chance it could kind of get away from you, and they only play 6 people basically? Like, did you think about doing it?
Yeah, I did. It was a little bit different today, just in general with that foursome. Obviously, I went BMAC for Grace early. And I was trying to get Delilah in, but I've gone Delilah and Kylie, and I wanted Angela in there for rebounding. And so I kind of, while I was making up my mind, that we got all the way to like, Angela played like the last minute of the quarter. But yeah, there's a part of me, man, with Peyton and Barnes, to me, they're so elite that you don't really want to take them out ever. And especially, like, let's say third quarter, where I know P got a little tired, it was like, nah, man, we're down. We're right on the edge of this thing. And you know how she is. She can go back-to-back threes just like that. And so I keep asking both of them, like, you guys okay? And they're telling me yes. And then, we went with the Angela kind of with Barnes, shifted Barnes to the 5. That worked, and that was a good lineup. But it definitely affected, right, the score and how we went down definitely affected my substitution pattern. If you go up 8, you feel a little bit better about, hey, even if it goes down to 4 or whatever. But the tough part is, Shane, is like I don't lack confidence in our team and the bench, but I have so much confidence in P and Barnes, right, and even Bree and Z, and that's. I don't mind saying that out loud. That doesn't mean I lack confidence in Delilah or Kylie or Angela. It's just I mean P is a returning player of the year. I have a ton of confidence in her. I've seen her go through that, right? And that's the challenge of any player is like you're going to do a little bit of that. Can you get in a position where you can play through mistakes like that?
They had 21 points off of turnovers. How much did their defensive kind of pressure bother you guys?
Too much. I mean, early, right? Early they had 3 tap-aways that affected us getting going. And I just think they're quick, man. And you try. It's really hard to prepare a group against that, right? It's like I can prepare a team against a zone about, hey, they're denying, right? You can do all that, but like they're just they're very, very elite at getting their hands on the ball. And so whether it's zone offense or it was transition, it's like how many plays were like, you're driving and all of a sudden it's stripped out of your hands and stuff like that. It just, that part shows how elite they are. And that's what they've done, right? Is causing that many turnovers. And some percentage in my scouting report is like, it's like 31% of their opponents are turning the ball over per game. Like that of the whole game. It's incredible, man. And so, we focused a lot on Hidalgo with that, right? If you're catching in the, at the elbow, where is she? If in the post, where is she? But their whole team did it better today than I expected.
Defensively, you keep Hidalgo 2 for 10 from the field, but it was Prosper's night. What was she doing that gave your defense so many fits? Well,
it's crazy. This is the second game I feel this way about. But KK Bransford's being out, I thought really hurt us matchup-wise. And there's no disrespect. I think KK Bransford, I hope she's not hurt for long, but I liked that matchup for Peyton better than Peyton on Prosper. And when they went big, it put Barnes down at the, had to guard Sanchez. And so, right, it just threw us a little bit off. And she was great. She was awesome. I mean, 11 for 16, and she's like, it felt like she was grabbing the rim half the time. But it's the same way with Villanova, right? We wanted Kylie Watson to play. Kylie Watson didn't play, and I believe still hasn't played. And it didn't help us matchup-wise. Now they were able to spread us out, and they went small to 5, et cetera. So it's like 2 games where an injury you think could help you. I don't think it did. I thought she was just great. I thought she made us pay for all the attention we were paying on Hannah. And honestly, we were okay with that, and we made that choice. We said we didn't want Hannah to get her average. We wanted everything to be really hard, and I thought we did 2 for 10 is outstanding. Okay, and you figured 1, but even Ayanna Moore's 2 threes that she threw in early, it was like. Can you give me a back rim? We're pressing late, and Sanchez hits the one. It's like, can you just give me a back rim? But yeah, I thought she was a pro. She is a pro, and she was a pro. She almost plays 40 minutes too, 2 seconds off.
Obviously, you wanted to win this game, but in the fourth quarter, you go 8 for 14. That's 57% from the field. It's been a theme this season that your team, down, up, the second half, you're playing probably harder than you are in the first half. How reassuring is it that while you lost the game, your team still battled and, was able to keep it close against a very, very good Notre Dame team?
Yeah, I can't, man. There's not my. Sure, right? Yeah, it's good. There is some good in that, right? And that's what we talked about at halftime. Was like, who you want to be? Do you want to be the team that's like just happy to play Notre Dame at home and you can lose by 28? And you know what? Nobody, when you walk out of here, is going to be like, that was awful. It's going to be like, man, they were so good. You guys tried so hard. It's like, no. So I love that we did fight and we showed up in the second half and we played together and like great for Angela Williams comes in, big spark for us, right? Needed that. But yeah, when I zoom out, to me, it's like you had a really good chance to do something very cool, and it's not easy, right? But that's how I feel about it. It's like we had a chance to do something because I know our team, and I know how good our team can be, and I watched plenty of Notre Dame, and I know how good Notre Dame is, and they're good, but I believe in our team, and I just feel like, dang it, we missed one of these right here. And it's going to be tough to change my mind on that one. Thanks, y'all.